I will be 83 in July, and I'll see how long the Lord wants me to keep on doing this, because this is what I really, really love.
I make a joke of it. I say I just twist it around. I'm not 92, I'm 29, so that I can do what I have to do.
If you've got a calling from the Lord, whether you're 7 or 70 or somewhere in between, you don't retire, you keep on keeping on.
The way that we began was a miracle, so we just need to look back and see how He's provided in the past.
And so I think it's always a good idea to come back and say, Lord, remind me of my vision, remind me of my mission, remind me of why I'm here. And seasons do come and seasons do go, but in those seasons, even when it's difficult, hold on, keep the faith, keep moving forward into the purposes that God has set for us. Because this is an amazing system, and it's an amazing group of people who lead it from head office. And as we have that kind of support and that kind of care, you don't find that in a lot of other places.
Continue. Trust God. It will be difficult, because if you stand for the things of God, you will be persecuted.
We're walking through principalities and rulers of the dark world, and we need God to actually carry us through.
Are we going to sit back and have a look at those difficulties and then sit down and cry about it and quit and give up? Or are we going to stand up and we're going to fight for Christian education? If we're wanting to impact all of the students in South Africa, if we're wanting to impact our next generation, then we have to do that by standing up and believing that what God has given us is a tool for impacting the future generation of South Africa and into Africa.
And we need to continue fighting the good fight. We should not be lying down and keeping quiet. We should be saying, we are a Christian school. We need to stand up. We need to fight for our rights in a good way.
If God has spoken to you, you'll have to continue. It was difficult for the early disciples, and I think it will be difficult for everyone that are following the instructions of God. We will have a lot of opposition against us, but I think it is the time that we will stand up and continue, so that the next generation can take over and even excel in what we are doing, because I believe it is definitely from God.
I know every school story is different, but there's no difference in the grace that God bestows upon us.
And that has truly been my experience through all the years. I have always seen God open doors when doors should have been shut. God has opened the doors because He's been faithful.
So if we're going to change this world, if we're going to have a better hope and a future in humanity on this planet, if we're going to have a better government and do something, just keep on doing what you're doing, increase your efforts, don't give up, and you will see the fruit coming from your labor. Your labor is not in vain.
Don't listen to the naysayers and the people that say it can't be done. If you are passionate, if you've got a commitment and God's given you a vision, all things are possible. And my encouragement is, if God's told you, do it.
We have a responsibility to train our children, because they are our greatest asset, to fulfill their potential, whatever that may be in their lives.
When we get children who can be nurtured, they are like clay that is still soft in the potter's hand. We can influence them and train them up in the right way. We can be the right kind of role models for those young people, so that as they come through our hands, they can go forth into the world and be the salt and the light.
You have a calling. The calling doesn't go away. You say yes to the Lord until the end of days. And that's why I'm still involved.
So while you can do it, just do it for the Lord.